9 of the National Football League. And all eyes are on the dual threat Lamar Jackson, as he's gone over 4,000 yards passing now for the year. It's the 49ers and the Bengals on Sunday Night Primetime.
We're about 40 miles south of Candlestick Point as we welcome you inside Levi Stadium in Santa Clara. Tonight we've got a great Sunday night matchup between the Cincinnati Bengals and the San Francisco 49ers. With Charles Davis as Brandon Garden alongside, as always, my partner Charles Davis. And CD, in the few moments here before kickoff, let's give these folks at home a look at these two offenses by the numbers. What stands out to you?
Brandon, I just continue to be amazed by the analytics of the game, and it's an area where I continue to concentrate and study because I'm still trying to figure out how coaches and coordinators can really crunch the numbers and find where exactly on the field a defense is vulnerable. It's the game within the game, and if you really dive into it, it can be endlessly fascinating.
Throwing on the first play from scrimmage, here's Burrow. Throw left side, complete to Chase. The numbers a week ago for Chase. 8 catches, 97 yards, and a touchdown.
And I get the feeling that he loves this matchup. I mean, the unit he's going against is in the bottom half of the league against the pass. He had to have circled this one on the schedule and said to himself, this should be a big game.
From the 27, Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run, good for 24 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. And that play goes nowhere. Taken down, losing yardage at the 50, right at midfield. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Meanwhile, Burrow's throw taken in here by Chase. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
And that's the kind of play where you have to kind of catch your breath afterwards. So just give me a second here, because when he shifted into high gear, he was an absolute blur out there. No substitute for speed. We talk about that all the time. The evidence was right there.
And if we turn to the next-gen stats, the final clocking, well, it's ridiculous. 22.5 miles an hour. Now, Jackson on 1st down. Going right side here, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. Now Jackson on 1st down. It's caught inside the 25. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. Boy, a pair of big plays here. This one going for 29. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs.
Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Mike Hilton. And the Bengals are going to take over here at their own 22-yard line.
Here we go.
Now Burrow on 1st down. That one taken in by T. Higgins. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35.
Here we go.
From all the way up at the 38 now after a good start to the drive. Burrow going to fake to mix it and now look to throw. And the Niners get there and bring him down. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. try again after the sack. Burrow, he'll drop this one down to Mixon and give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. They need a crafty play call here. 14 yards is what they need to try to convert this thing. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down. 4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the 49ers will take over deep in their own territory. Back out there comes the 49ers offense ready for their 2nd drive. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls at work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the plague did on the last one.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. And it's a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line. And they put it on the ground here on the 2nd drive. And, of course, Charles, that follows drive number 1 where they had the INT.
Makes you wonder what's going on with this team because a lot of times we can attribute it to nerves. But maybe it's a lack of focus. Maybe it is the preparation for the game. Maybe they just came into it a little lackadaisical because that's just not looking good at all. That's just not the football that we came here to see.
13 yards down to the 13.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now, you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Jet sweep, Boyd with it. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Tyler Boyd, his 1st rushing touchdown on the year. And the Bengals are off to a 13-0 1st quarter lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. And San Francisco gets set to go here. Now they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
Going to throw right side here, complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. And a loose football. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about this training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. His 19th touchdown now of the season. Jackson here, he's going to look to throw. And the Niners have got it back to within a score. And he's got it for the 2-point conversion. So they tack on a pair more here to narrow that deficit a bit further. The 49ers ready to kick it away. And here we go. This one fielded at the 5. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. And now this offense comes back out onto the field. 4-4, their record through 8 games on the season. Would you say that this team has overperformed, underperformed, or are they kind of right where you thought that they would be?
Do you mind if I say yes, yes, and yes? Because ultimately to me, 4-4 is about where they should be, because we've seen weeks where they've been really, really good. They've looked terrific. Other weeks where we wondered just how good is this team. They want to be consistent in their play, not consistently inconsistent, which is what they've been thus far.
Now a throw here, hauled in, and they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And he's going to be brought down on what will be the final play of this first quarter. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they are looking at a 2nd down and 6 coming up. Burrow will throw out of his hands quickly to Higgins. He'll get it inside the 20 and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. Higgins, 40 yards, and they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and that makes it 21-8. So that drive, 4 plays, and it was T. Higgins who capped the drive with the touchdown reception. This one fielded at the 5. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Lamar Jackson marching back onto the field. 5 for 5 that last drive. Touchdown pass as well. He was clicking. Receivers, I don't want to be cliche, but running really solid routes too.
And what I love about it is when you look across any team, all right, the body types of the receivers are usually different. The way that they get open, different as well. Some of them use power to get open. Some of them use those head fakes and subtle moves. Some of them just use pure speed. And the really good ones, when they're established, they know how to push off at the end of a route, too.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Jackson now. And he's got his big wide receiver complete. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. Jackson on 1st down. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners have cut it back within a score. It's caught at the 1. And they are 3 for 3 on 2-point conversions as he is into the end zone for the score. So a sensational return there on special teams, a foot race that he was not going to lose. Now, meanwhile, while that was going on, we've got an injured player on the field. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. And out now, here come the Bengals. And they are right at the 500 mark on the year and got there with a victory a week ago.
And I think right now I put myself in the shoes of the head coach and say, all right, time to reset a little bit. And I don't give my team a win one for the giver speech, but I do say, look, we haven't played our best football yet, but we are at 500 and we're still in it. Let's try and string a few of these victories together, and we're capable of doing so.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Burrow. Eluding the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up. Not that time. To throw again on 2nd down. Burrow. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the shotgun, Joe Burrow. Open man, it's complete to Higgins. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. T. T. Higgins. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season, as his guys are able to extend their lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. Takes it at the 7. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. San Francisco set to go on offense once more. The partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest. You get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset.
Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. First and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. From the gun, it's Jackson. Touchdown, 49ers. 5-yard touchdown. And the 49ers are back within a score. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. They'll look to throw. And now the pressure gets there, and he goes down. So he couldn't get rid of the football, and that deficit stays right where it is. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. T. Higgins leading the Cincinnati receiving corps out for this upcoming series. We're in the second quarter. He already has 2 touchdowns. We know how good he is. That's well documented. How do you contain him?
We know he's a nightmare. So in this situation, I would go ahead and double him. Maybe even have a third person in the area and try and dissuade them from throwing him the football. Make someone else beat me for a while, because I don't know that their talents are his, because when he gets his hands on the ball, he breaks down my entire D. Someone else, they may not make the same type of a play.
Well, we know his talents are very good. On second down, here's Mixon. And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on third down. Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They give to Mixon to try to pick it up. And he will not only not get the yard he needed, he goes the wrong direction. Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And the Niners will go on offense, 1st and 10. Good starting field position for the 49ers as they have it 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They're throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Here's Jackson. Throwing right, and that's complete. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. And Gabriel's got it. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. To throw is Jackson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. They'll try and throw for it. And the Niners are an extra point away from taking the lead. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Cincinnati now ready to take the field. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter.
You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, My replacement may get an opportunity.
Your head better be on a swivel.
Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things.
They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. A reminder coming up in a couple of minutes' time. We'll pay a visit to Jonathan Coachman, the coach in our EA Sports studios. They'll have a look back at the next-gen stats from this first half of action. Now Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Boyd. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals have taken the lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And they will take a 7-point lead. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. From the 6. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. The 49ers getting set to trot out there. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But he's got a man complete. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's got his favorite target yet again. It's complete. First down now, but that clock rolling. Jackson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the 49ers are an extra point away from tying the ball game here in the final minute of the first half. And he will get into the end zone as they will indeed claim a 1-point lead.
Well, after that, it's not hard to see where the momentum is pointing because it's squarely on his side. After a heads-up play to jog that one in for another 2 points.
And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the Bengal offense ready to go back to work. Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes, steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game, opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow. That's complete right side to Asiasi. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. And they go play action now. Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. And a second timeout called for by the defense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. Another try after the first down sack. Burrow. A throw for Boyd, but it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Niners are going to get it back here just past the 35. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their 36-yard line. And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
Right up to that point, I was about to say he's had a pretty good half catching the football, but let's just be honest about it. He should have caught that one.
And he knows that. That was one right in his breadbasket and one he normally catches. Trying to lay one up deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's third down. On third down, Jackson. And this is going to be intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And he will bring it back. It's a pick six for a Bengals TD. Charles, I'm looking at you, and understandably your mouth is wide open in disbelief. What were they thinking?
That's going to be one of the great mysteries, but I do know this. When they went out on offense, I will guarantee they told them, don't just make anticipatory throws. Make sure you see it before you throw it. Didn't happen here.
Trying to protect that lead, and now they gave it up. From the 10. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, with not much time, we'll see how they play this. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the second quarter. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson. And this will be caught by his big wide receiver. On the move past the 40. And he'll be marked down at about the 26-yard line. So we've reached halftime over. No problem with us. We skip right to the third quarter and continue this midseason contest. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. The 49er offense set to go to begin quarter number 3. Well, Charles, in that first half, we saw a fair amount of offense on both sides of the football, and now the team trailing here will start with it in the third quarter.
And we both know this coach pretty darn well, don't we? Because his game planning is always on point. And now that he's getting the ball to start the second half, how about all the offense that you already referenced in the first half? Let's put that one.
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And the Bengals grab it. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line. Burrow going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll try and start this drive in the air. This pass complete to Higgins. So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Here we go. Now it's Burrow. Quick slant caught by Chase. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. The LSU connection. Burrow to Chase for the Cincinnati first.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Open man is Asiasi, the tight end. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. Burrow going to throw again. Looking for Higgins, but it is intercepted. Picked up by Trayvon Diggs. And the 49ers are going to take possession as they've got it at the 42-yard line. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. He's got a man, complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. And he's going to go down. Back at the 27-yard line, he's sacked. After the sack on 1st down, Jackson. And that will be incomplete. Trying to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That's caught by Deebo Samuel. Touchdown, San Francisco. A great effort there. 27 yards. And the 49ers are an extra point away now from moving out in front. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I have to admit, I love the excitement of a two-point try. You know, to see what's going to happen, and it happens pretty quickly, doesn't it? You get an answer, and in this case, it's unsuccessful for the guys trying it.
Completely unrelated. I just realized that I stole both your pins in this last okay. My bad, partner.
Hey, that's okay. Well, and just in the time they went for two.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And the Niners get there and bring him down. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long. They're passing here. Joe Burrow. Open man is Higgins. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. The Bengals bring out their punter now as he'll come on to kick this one away. That'll go as a punt of 32 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. Deebo Samuel trotting out with his offense to start this next drive. Pretty good game for him so far. I guess he's still got time here to make this a great game, but so far he's been solid.
I like where you're going with that because it has been pretty good, but there's always that hint that things can really escalate for him. And right now they feel like they're somewhat keeping him in check, but he has found the end zone once. But boy, he can explode at any moment.
Yeah, when you hit that end zone once, you want to find it again.
Yes, you do.
You get hungrier.
You get greedy in a good way.
Down inside the 10. After the big play, a chance to finish now on 1st and goal. Steps away to his left. Oh, for the 3rd time, Jackson going to be intercepted. And the Bengals are going to take over here on the INT at their own 5-yard line. Now Burrow down around his goal line. Deion Jones able to record his 5th sack of the season. The number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Inside handoff to Mixon. Good move, but not much to show for it. Still inside the 5. Facing the prospect of a punt from their own end zone, they need some cushion. Let's see what they can do on 3rd down. They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. There he goes, right side. He's at the 50, 30, 10, 5, and he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. From the 6. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The 49er offense now making their way out onto the field. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from bruising to battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in the second half. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. He'll get 8 on the scramble there. It'll be 2nd and a couple. And now they're in the hurry up. Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Jackson. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. From 13 yards out. And the 49ers have a chance to tie the ball game here in the final minute of the 3rd. Caught for the the 2 points. They didn't want the tie. They roll the dice and they take the lead.
That felt like a tone setter, didn't it? Forget tying the ball game and feeling like we're just hanging with you. We're going to go ahead and push it to a 1-point lead, and that just changes the complexion of the whole game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Joe Mixon and the rest of his offense making their way back onto the field. He's up over 100 yards, and he'll be looking to get in the end zone again.
Has a tremendous nose for it, doesn't he? The ability to pile up yardage and find the end zone, that's the combination you want in your runner.
That's a combination any coach wants, and we'll see if he can find that end zone once more. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Javon Kinlaw able to put it into that play, and in so doing, puts an end to his third. Back now here in Santa Clara. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing second and a bundle. Burrow will throw. And that's going to be caught. T. Higgins. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. The offense on third down tonight, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 4. Burrow looking to pass. Got a man. It's Chase. He completes it. And he is going to have a Bengals first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Here we go. Here we go. Mixing up the middle, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Now they contend with a 2nd and 12 after the loss. Now it's Burrow. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. The baseball folks, Charles, they like to talk about the 3 true outcomes, a strikeout, a walk, or a home run. But for this quarterback, it's been the 2 true outcomes here. He's got 4 touchdown passes, but now a 3rd interception. And it pains you to think that you have to try and tell him to rein it in. But at the same time, you can't just chuck it up there and hope for the best. And old school football coaches will tell you there's 3 true outcomes throwing the ball, and 2 of them are bad. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. So first down went in the wrong direction. They're at the 13-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. Here's Jackson to throw. Touchdown! From 13 yards out. And the 49ers will add to their 4th quarter lead. So an important drive for them there. And they're not home, but momentum, Charles, definitely in their favor now. And I like the point you just made. They're not home yet, but a 1-point game, and if you get the extra point, make it an 8-point game. Only 1 score, but you're right. Momentum definitely in their favor right now. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Now the Cincinnati offense ready to see what they can do here. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Deion Jones, his 2nd sack of the night. So that time, Charles, quarterback helpless really in the pocket in the face of a pass rush like that. They were on him instantly. And he'll find Chase on the right side complete. Yeah, this time it's going to come from the middle linebacker because watching the lineman, it seemed to me that they thought he was going to drop back into pass protection, but he surprised him. There he goes left side. Past the 20. Touchdown, Bengals. T. Higgins, 72 yards. And the Bengals have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The Niners set to take over on offense. They've been rolling the last couple of drives, each ending in touchdowns. So this game is flipped. They were down. Now they're up with the football. We'll see how they handle it.
Can we get a spy on the headset now between the head coach and offensive coordinator? Because they've been in attack mode. Had to get back into the game. Now they have the lead. Do you stay on the attack, or do you dial it back a little bit to try and protect this lead?
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Julian Blackmon. And the 49ers are going to take possession here at their own 33. So the holding call on the offense, so they go ahead and decline that one and take possession of the football on the INT. Here's a give to Mixon. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now Burrow. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Trayvon Diggs. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. After the interception, here's Jackson. The 20. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Looking to speed things up here, going with some tempo. Jackson on 1st down. And it's caught. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. Here's Jackson. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. A 2-yard touchdown grab. And the Niners take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Jackson here is going to look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So they try to make it a 2-score game with a conversion. It pays off. And they've looked at the situation, figured it out well. A 2-score game in this situation, they've got to feel much better about where they are. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Jamar Chase hoping to be at center stage yet again as the offense returns to the field. And I know that they've double-teamed him a couple times, but not a ton. Whatever they're doing isn't working. He's up over 100 yards. We'll see how they adjust.
And when they do that, they weaken their defense in other places as well.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown. T. Higgins. 79 yards. And the Bengals have got it back to within a score. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And no thought to bring this one out. He'll just go down to a knee, and they'll take over at the 25. San Francisco's offense returns to the field. And with that last touchdown, I mean, we're set up for a good finish here. Some things to consider, Charles. Obviously, it's a very close game. You're in the 4th quarter. Defensively, they've got all 3 timeouts in their back pocket.
So the chess match really ramps up, doesn't it? Because in these situations, what do? Do you run the ball and kill the clock here? Or do you try to bury them with another score? And how about defensively? Do you use your timeouts at earliest opportunity? Or wait till you hit the 2-minute warning? So there's a lot going into this one. Let's see how each side goes about their strategy.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Over the middle, it's complete. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. Jackson to throw. And this is caught. And that could seal it. It's a touchdown. What a huge touchdown that was, obviously, here in the late stages of the 4th quarter as they try to put this one away.
And Brandon, when they watch the film after this week, they'll be very proud of every rep.
And he's going to be taken down. It's a sack, and they fail on the try for 2.
Well, they tried to get 2 and ended up getting none because the quarterback had nowhere to go with the ball and ends up getting sacked.
Nowhere to go at all. Great job, though, defensively. They were ready. Fielded just outside the goal line. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. So Burrow and the Bengals down by 9. 1:47 on the clock. They'll need a score here and also likely an onside kick recovery. But first things first. 1st and 10. To throw, Burrow. That's complete to Chase. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Clock running, about to hit 90 seconds to go in the game. Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Burrow. This is caught. It's Boyd. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. Here's Burrow. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing, Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And the 49ers are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. Throwing now is Jackson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the Bengals are going to have great field position here as this is returned just shy of midfield. The Bengals drive about to get going. They might be thinking this is close to a lost cause here. Got to play it out. What do they need to do?
Well, they have a thought process in mind already, but they can't get ahead of themselves. They know that they need to score quickly.
Yep, 2-score game.
Onside kick and get the ball back and then score again, but they can't worry about the last 2 points. The only thing that matters is scoring quickly, then they'll take it from there.
Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they're going to move it down inside the 25. Now the Bengals going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with an even 20 seconds left to go. Now Burrow. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Here we go with Burrow. Under pressure, and he'll go down. Sacked back at the 31. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Here we go. It's Burrow on 4th down. He'll find his tight end here, Asiasi. And one of the whistles for a timeout. So they'll stop the clock here in a game that's been decided in the closing seconds. Throwing now is Joe Burrow. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
When you're leading in the final quarter, your radar has to be up for any potential deep shots. And probably not the last one they're going to see in this game, not as long as they hold this lead.
Burrow. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. Well, this was a fun one today if you like points. a lot of them went on the board,